Hello, Happy New Year, and welcome to Agents Afield. Well, Christmas is done, it's January, and for many of us, January tends to be the grey month. It's cold, wet, and there really isn't much going on in the garden. So this is the perfect time to get your books, get your notepads, draw up your lists, look at seed catalogues, and plan for the growing season ahead. For us, 2019 was a big year. It was the first season with our brand new kitchen garden, and overall it was a huge success. However, it wasn't perfect. There were a few things that didn't take off and a few things I want to change. One being this area. Now, when I first started building the kitchen garden, the one thing I hadn't really thought about was the excess soil I was digging up. So some of it I've stockpiled, and as that breaks down, that will go back into the beds, and some of it has gone back into the garden. However, this area was a problem area. It was just stockpiling a lot of soil. So I turned it into one big raised bed, threw down some seeds and let it do its own thing. And do you know what? It thrived. It was a haven for bugs and the bees and all those wonderful pollinators. So I split it in two and I turned one side of it into what I call Bug Metropolis, a home for all these critters. And I feed them, and in turn they help and feed my kitchen garden. So this season I'm hoping to build on that relationship, and I'm going to take the bed on the left and turn it into a fruit bed. Already I've planted a couple of step-over trees, an apple and a plum, and at the back of the bed I'm going to be adding a peach tree. I'm going to grow it as an espalier, and that will let in more circulation, more light, and hopefully those buds will turn into healthy, juicy fruit. And again, the pollinators are helping the trees are helping the pollinators, and all that builds on that relationship. And that's what I want. I don't want chemicals in this garden. I want to keep it as natural as possible. It'll never be perfect. There'll be critters that will devastate crops, but it's important that I keep the soil, the crops and the plants as, what's the word I'm looking for? As natural as possible. So let's see how we get on. I've got big ideas for that bed. What will come of it, I don't know, but it's exciting. But it's not all about vegetables, and it's not all about seed lists. It's also about this, my garden shed. To be honest, I haven't done much with it since it was built. It's been more of a storeroom than anything else. But in the next couple of weeks, I hope to change that. I'm going to insulate it, add electricity, paint. And hopefully this will become my workshop, my growing area, and my man cave. This Christmas, we introduced a new family member, and his name is Radish. Now, for those who don't know, Radish is a pot-grown Christmas tree. He isn't much to look at, hence the name Radish, but we hope he's a keeper. And over the years, he will grow in a bigger pot, and every Christmas we'll bring him in, decorate him, and celebrate Christmas with him. It's something we wanted to do. We didn't want to buy a cut tree, have it for a couple of weeks, and then disregard it. We wanted something we can keep, it will grow, and be part of us. And he's not big, he's not tall, but give him a few years, all being well, he will take centre place in our sitting room around the festive season. But whilst I plot and plan, there are still some day-to-day things I need to do here in the kitchen garden. I need to mulch the flower beds. I also want to top up the vegetable raised beds and just give the whole area a general tidy up. And also, I want to do this. Today I'm hoping to sow my chilies, peppers and aubergines. Something I've done for several years. I always do it in the first couple of weeks of January. One, because they need a long growing season, and also it was something my dad always done. And he passed it on to me, and unfortunately he's no longer here, so it's a tradition I like to keep going. Well, that's about it for today. I just wanted this video to be nice and simple, and to say Happy New Year and welcome back, and get out in your garden, and also thank you. Thank you for following us. Please do keep following us. Tell people about us. We've got a lot of big things planned this year, so When the time's right, we'll be sharing these things with you. But also, get out in your garden, get out in your allotments, enjoy it. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.